In the last video, we discussed about the connective tissue proper. We discussed about connective tissue proper. We discussed about areolar tissue. We discussed about adipose tissue, tendons, ligaments, as well as white fibrous tissue. In this video, we will discuss about supportive connective tissue. The supportive connective tissue, it is of two types. One is called bones, another one is called cartilage. Clear? Bones and cartilage. So let us discuss about the supportive connective tissue. So supportive connective tissue, it is of two types. One is called cartilage, another one is called bones. Let's start with cartilage. Cartilage, the matrix of the cartilage is little bit tough and hard. The matrix of the cartilage is tough and hard, but they are flexible in nature. They are flexible in nature and they are semi-transparent. They are semi-transparent. The cartilage is semi-transparent. They are non-porous. They do not have air pores. They do not have cavities. They are solid. They are non-porous. Clear? And the cartilage, they functions like shock absorber. They functions like shock absorber. Sometimes the matrix is solid and sometimes the matrix is semi-solid. Clear? The cartilage contain a special type of cells which is called as chondrocytes, as well as it contain fibers. We know that the connective tissue, it is made up of three important things. One is called cell, another one is called fiber, and the ground substance called as matrix. Clear? So its matrix is solid and semi-solid or solid in nature, and it contains special cells called as chondrocytes, and it contains fibers. There is no blood vessels and nerves in cartilage. There is no blood vessel and nerves in cartilage. So what is the structure? Let us study about the structure of cartilage. Every cartilage is covered by a covering. The cartilage is covered by a covering which is made up of, the covering is made up of white fibrous tissue, and that covering is called as perichondrium. The covering is called as perichondrium. Inner to perichondrium, there was a layer of cells which is called as chondroblast. What is the function of chondroblast? Chondroblast, they produces chondrocytes. Chondrocytes is a cartilage cells. So chondrocytes are formed from chondroblast. Where they are present? They are present just below the perichondrium. What is perichondrium? It is the covering of the cartilage. Chondrocytes, they are scattered in the matrix. And they are present inside a fluid filled cavity or fluid filled space. The fluid filled space is called lacunae. So suppose this is the lacunae, this one is the lacunae covering. Inside the lacunae, the chondrocytes are present. Clear? And each lacunae, they may contain 2 or 4 chondrocytes. They may contain 1 chondrocyte or they may contain 2 to 4 chondrocytes. Clear? So let us see about the structure of cartilage. So this is the outermost covering of the cartilage, which is called as perichondrium. Just below the perichondrium, the tissue present, which is called as chondroblast. These chondroblasts, they produces chondrocytes. Where the chondrocytes are present? Chondrocytes are present inside a cavity. This is the cavity which is filled with fluid, and inside this fluid, these structures are the chondrocytes. Clear? So this structure is the lacunae. This fluid filled space is called as lacunae, and inside the lacunae, the chondrocytes are present. So this is also a lacunae, and inside it, the chondrocytes are present. And this is the matrix. Either it may be solid or it may be semi-solid. Clear? So cartilage. The cells of the cartilage, they are loosely arranged. This is the lacuna. This is the lacuna, and inside the lacuna, the chondrocytes are present. So because of the less amount of fibers, they are flexible in nature. The cartilages are flexible in nature, and they do not have any blood vessels. Clear? So where the cartilages are present? The location of cartilage is, they are present in our external ear, our trachea, that is the windpipe, the larynx, the voice box. At the tip of our nose also, the cartilages are present. As well as the cartilages are present, the place where the two bones joins. The surface of the bones, long bones, is covered with cartilage. The surface of the long bones, suppose this is the long bones, its surface, the tip portion, it is covered with cartilage to prevent from friction. The next type of supportive connective tissue is bones. So bone is the supportive as well as protective tissue. So its matrix is calcified. It contains calcium, phosphate, magnesium. Clear? And its matrix is solid in nature. The bones consist of salt of calcium, phosphate, as well as it contains small amount of sodium, magnesium, potassium, chloride, as well as fluoride. Clear? The matrix contains a protein which is called as osine protein. the matrix of cartilage, it contains a protein called as chondrin protein. Chondrin. Chondrin protein, it is present in the matrix of cartilage, and oisin protein, it is present in the matrix of bones. Clear? The bone cell is called as osteocytes and osteoblast. There is a difference between osteocytes and osteoblast. Osteoblast is an active cell. They produces osteocytes, and osteocytes, these are the inactivated form of osteoblast. When the osteoblast continuously divide, they are called, when the bone cells continuously divide, they are called as osteoblast, and when they do not divide, they are called as inactive osteoblast. Clear? So osteocytes are the inactivated form of osteoblast, and they contain large amount of collagen fiber. The matrix contain large amount of collagen fiber. Each bone is enclosed by a covering called as periosteum. It is called as periosteum. In the cartilage, we discussed that the covering of the cartilage is called as perichondrium, and in the same way the covering of the bone is called as periosteum. Clear? Through the periosteum, blood vessels and nerves enter into the bones. In cartilage, there is no blood vessels and no nerves, but in bones there is blood vessel as well as there is nerves. Clear? The matrix of the bone, it is present in concentric rings. The matrix of the bones, they are present in concentric rings, and these rings are called as lamellae. I will explain in later one. The matrix of the bone is present in concentric rings, and these rings are called as lamellae. In between the lamellae, the osteocytes are present. In between the lamellae, the bone cell, that is osteocyte and osteoblast, are present. Inside the in these lamellae, in between the lamellae, there are air cavity, or there are spaces which is called as lacunae. In cartilage also, there was a fluid filled space which is called as lacunae, and inside the lacunae, the cartilage cells are present. In the same way, inside the lacunae, in bones also, the osteocytes are present. What is osteocyte? It is the inactivated form of osteoblast. And what is osteoblast? Osteoblast form osteocyte and also called as active bone cells. So suppose this is the bones. This is bones. This portion of the bones, it is called as compact bones or dense bone, and the terminal part of the bone, it is called as spongy bones. It is called as spongy bones. So inside the bones, there was a cavity which is called as bone marrow, This region is called as shaft, S-H-A-F-T, shaft. It is harder, and the terminal part is a little bit soft, which is called as spongy bone. So this one is called as yellow bone marrow, and in this region the cavity is present which is called as red bone marrow. So this is yellow bone marrow, red bone marrow. Here the fat cells are stored, and inside the red bone marrow, WBC, RBC, platelets are produced. Clear? So the covering of each bone is covered by a covering which is called as perichondrium. This covering of the bone is called as perichondrium. Inside the perichondrium, look over here. Suppose this is the bones, this one is the bones, single bones. So this is a bone. If we will enlarge this small portion, it look like this. The outermost covering of the bone, this is called as perichondrium. Inner to perichondrium, the matrix is present in concentric rings. They are present in ring-like manner, circular forms. Clear? So this is called as lamellae. This one is called as lamellae. Inside the lamellae, the bone cells are present. What is the name of the bone cell? The bone cell is called as osteocyte and osteoblast. So lacunae is the cavity. This is a cavity, and inside this region, this one is called as osteoblast or osteocell. So this is the concentric ring. These are the concentric rings, and these are the dot structure. These are the osteocytes. Clear? And these are the blood vessels. These blood vessels and nerves, they enter into the bones through the perichondrium. Clear? So this is the structure. The matrix is present in concentric ring. This one are individual osteocytes. These are the individual osteocytes. It contains some thread-like structure. These are nothing but these are the cytoplasmic extension. The cytoplasm, they extend in the form of thread-like structure. And at the center, there was a canal which is called as Haversian canal. This one is called as Haversian canal. Inside the canal, the nerves as well as blood vessels are present. So this is the structure of a single Haversian canal system. This is the structure of a single Haversian canal system. So this is the ring of matrix. These are the ring of matrix. These are the individual cells called as osteocytes. And this cavity, central cavity, is called as Haversian canal. And here the blood vessels, arteries, lymph, nerves, they are present. So this is the structure of a single bone cell. This cavity, fluid filled space, is called as lacunae, and this central one, this is the bone cell. And this thread like structure, these are nothing but these are the cytoplasmic extension. So this is a single osteocyte. Look over here. So these are the single cell. These cytoplasmic extensions, these are nothing but these are the extension of cytoplasm. Clear? And this is a single osteocyte. So osteocytes are present inside a cavity called as lacunae. Clear? So this is about. So inside each lacunae, from each lacunae, the cytoplasm extended, and which is called as canaliculi. This thread-like structure, this cytoplasmic extension, these are called as canaliculi. Clear? So what is Haversian canal system? In Haversian canal system, the matrix is present in concentric ring, and this concentric ring, it contains osteoblast also, which are also present in ring-like form. At the center of the osteoblast, a cavity is present which is called as Haversian canal, which contain blood vessels as well as it contain nerves, and together they form a system called as Haversian canal system. Clear? Haversian canal system. So this is a single Haversian canal system, and this is one Haversian canal system, this is another Haversian canal system, this is another Haversian canal system. So this is our bones. Clear? The central cavity is the bone marrow, and the covering of the bone is called periosteum. Two types of bone, one is called compact bone or dense bone, and the terminal part is called as spongy bones, because there the fibers are loosely arranged, and in this portion the fibers are densely arranged. In this region the blood capillaries, nerves are present. Here the fat cells are stored, which is also called as yellow bone marrow, and inside this region red bone marrow is present, which produces WBC, RBC and platelets. So this is the structure of a bones. When we enlarge this small portion, clear? Suppose this is this region. If we enlarge this portion, it will look like this. If we enlarge this portion, look over here. Here the matrix is present in concentric ring. If we will enlarge it, we will see these are the Haversian canal system. These are the osteocytes. These are individual osteocytes, and these are the hair-like structure which is called as canaliculi. Clear? So this is one Haversian system, this is another Haversian system, and if we will enlarge one Haversian system, it look like this. These are the bone cells. So first here a cavity is present which is called lacunae. Inside the lacunae the osteocytes are present, and the cytoplasmic extension of the osteocyte is called as canaliculi, and the central cavity is called as Haversian canal. Clear? Haversian canal. And if we will enlarge one osteocyte, it will look like this. So this is the cavity. This cavity is called as lacunae. Look over here. This one is the lacunae. Inside the lacunae, the osteocyte is present, the bone cell. This is the nucleus of the bone cell, and the cytoplasmic extensions, these are called as canaliculi. So large number of these osteocytes, when present in a ring-like manner, they form Haversian system. So large number of Haversian system is present in the bones. Clear? So these are the concentric rings. So matrix is present in concentric ring, and at the center this is the Haversian canal, which is richly supplied with blood vessels and nerves. So this is about the supportive connective tissue, and the remaining two connective tissue, that is the fluid connective tissue and only one connective tissue is remained, that is the fluid connective tissue. So I will explain this in next video.